Greetings from the Daugherty House. I'm Patrick Leahy, president at Monmouth University. Let me begin by hoping that each and every one of you and your loved ones is safe and healthy during this challenging and unprecedented time. I've been saying to people over the last few weeks that this is as good a time as any to tell the people in your life how much they mean to you. And I hope you'll have that same opportunity during the course of this pandemic. Things have changed so much at Monmouth University this semester as a result of this pandemic. I think, as many of you know, we have elected to go to remote instruction and learning for the whole course of the spring semester, and then decided that we would extend that remote instruction throughout the entire summer as well. As part of this social distancing effort, we've had to cancel all of our events on campus, both our internal events and our external events. One of the ones for which we're most disappointed that we had to cancel is the annual scholarship luncheon, which we would have hosted this year on April 1st. It's one of my favorite events of the year, that opportunity to bring you donors together with you students who are the beneficiaries of your generosity, so that you might develop those relationships which are a hallmark of a Monmouth University education. This year, on April 1st, you would have heard from Tasha Youngblood Brown, one of our superstar alums, a two-time alum of the university, on why she felt compelled to start her own scholarship. In fact, I'm hopeful that you might hear from her as well in this virtual environment. You would have also had the opportunity to hear from a bunch of our students whose lives are being transformed through the power of education here at Monmouth University. It's occasions like this that I always think of my grandfather Leahy. I never met my grandfather Leahy. In fact, he died years before I was born. But apparently I get my passion for education from him. You see, the Leahys landed in America in the 1840s, and it wasn't until the 1950s that my grandfather decided that all the Leahys, from his kids onward, were all going to get college educations, because he believed that the college education was a ticket to a better life. In fact, he used to often say, as recounted by my father, that if you give someone an education, you give them a chance. And that's what all of you donors do for our students here at Monmouth. You give them a chance at a first-class private education here at Monmouth. You see, it's our hope that we can make this first-class education as accessible as possible to students. You see, we have a belief here that talent is everywhere, and it's our responsibility as educators to find it in our students and to help them unleash it. Each year, we send $80 million into the system in scholarship aid, $80 million to try to make that education as accessible as possible. Much of that aid we allocate through our own operating budget, but a significant portion of that comes from all of you. You make these opportunities possible for our students. On behalf of all of them, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you all health and safety during these challenging times, and I look forward to seeing all of you next year at next year's event, if not sooner. Thank you.
Born and raised in Long Branch, New Jersey, I graduated from Long Branch Public Schools and went to NC State University for my undergrad, majoring in engineering. Halfway through, I experienced some financial issues and had to transfer to Monmouth to continue my education. At the time, I came back to the city to work full-time. Actually, I had 3 jobs at the time, but also pursue my undergraduate degree. I found the environment to be flexible, supportive. It also allowed me to pursue all the opportunities that I needed to academically while also supporting myself financially. It was convenient to home, and it also gave me the opportunity to pursue my academic skills. It allowed me to progress through my career in roles with some of the top companies in the world. Based on my undergraduate degree as well as my graduate MBA degree in accounting, I've had the opportunity to work for the Department of Defense. I've worked for Accenture. I've worked for the University of Medicine and Dentistry. I currently work for Ernst & Young, but I did leave the firm for a brief period to work for Princeton University. All that together, I often say that every career has informed the next, but the one thing that I never forgot about is the way that Monmouth taught me to critically think. I came to Monmouth as an engineering student, left as an accounting major, and now I'm a management consulting working with some of the top universities in the country. I wanted to establish a scholarship, one, to support students who were exactly like me. I came to Monmouth wishing to provide an opportunity for myself that I didn't see exist. I transferred into the school as a junior. I was born and raised in the local area by a single mother. Had to come to Monmouth because of financial issues, so I relied heavily on grants, scholarships, and loans. And so this scholarship for me will help that student that at some point thought perhaps he or she couldn't do it. For some reason, they may have thought that a college education wasn't obtainable. And ultimately, we all need to support and help the next generation. So this scholarship for me symbolizes hope, and it symbolizes an opportunity for some young person to take it and run with it and to do great things with their lives. The best advice that I can provide for a student is to not waste a minute of time. College is one of the most important experiences that you'll ever have in your life. It's a time to have fun, but it also is the time where you are setting up yourself for the rest of your life. So every opportunity to experience something new, don't be afraid to step out on faith and experience those things that will enrich your life in the end. I've always felt that the things that make me uncomfortable are those moments that bring out the best in me. And so I hope that for the students of Monmouth, that they pursue the same thing.
Hello everyone, I hope you and your families are safe and healthy during this unprecedented time. My name is Mehdi Husseini and I'm a senior majoring in biology with a concentration in molecular cell physiology. I would like to thank each and every one of you on behalf of all scholarship recipients at Monmouth for your continued care and support. Although we are all separated at this time, I'm proud to know that the Monmouth community continues to stand by one another. Students like myself are surrounded by a generous network of people that genuinely want to see us succeed, and we are truly grateful. Your efforts have allowed so many students like myself to fully immerse themselves in the transformative learning environment at Monmouth and really gain as much as they possibly can from college. Growing up as the eldest of 3 siblings from a middle-class family, I remember times where we sometimes struggled to afford basics like diapers and formula for my younger brothers. I know that background isn't unique. Many of my peers have gone through tremendous periods of struggle before coming to college, and I think that really underscores the importance of what's being done by the donor community here. My experiences in that environment made it one of my main priorities going into college to find an opportunity to not only excel academically or to find the right extracurricular enrichment, but to also make sure that the financial burden of my education didn't limit any of my younger brothers. Because of the financial aid package and generous scholarships that I received at Monmouth, I was able to afford college education. And not only that, become an active member of the community without having to sacrifice and take up extra jobs to supplement my tuition payments. I could focus on my personal development and academic success every semester without worrying about how I was going to pay for school. Scholarships made it easier for me to get involved outside the classroom and to truly live up to my potential. And I can tell you firsthand, looking back as a senior, that has really meant everything to me. My experience at Monmouth has been facilitated by its generous donors. Last year, I was president of the Student Government Association, where I oversaw passionate and dedicated student leaders make this campus a better place for everyone. I currently manage the Nest, our on-campus food pantry, to assist food insecure students and fight hunger on our campus. I have been able to work in the local community as a Spanish medical interpreter to help uninsured patients at a local free clinic. Being a scholarship recipient has also allowed me to delve a little bit deeper in my own field of biology to be an undergraduate researcher in cancer and neurobiology. Not only was I able to get involved in research from the get-go in the fall semester of my senior year, but I was able to take on an entire project on my own and because of this experience was able to write my honors thesis and win 2 national awards at the National Collegiate Honors Conference. The Monmouth experience I have been afforded due to the support of our donors has allowed me to take steps toward my career goals as well. After graduation in May, I will matriculate to medical school and begin my training to be a physician. Now, I don't mean to brag about all my accomplishments, but I mean to say that I genuinely and sincerely appreciate what I've been given. The impact of what our donors do is immeasurable. I'm thankful every day that I never had to choose between getting the most from college and planning out how to pay for school. As a student leader, one of the toughest things to hear from one of my peers is that they're going through difficult times and they're unable to pay for college. And they really do worry about how they're going to make their next tuition payment. But because of the support of people like you, I'm proud that less and less Monmouth students are going to have to make that trade-off and can instead value the idea of being believed in, and that means so much. Thank you for your contributions and dedication. Students like me would not have had such transformative experiences at Monmouth without you. Here are some other scholarship recipients who would like to share their experiences as well.
I am one of 6 kids. My older brother graduated from Monmouth, and my older sister also graduated from Monmouth. I have a younger brother who is currently enrolled as a sophomore. I have a younger sister who is coming next year as a freshman, and my youngest sister is also having her eyes kind of set on Monmouth. And so with 2 to 3 students in college at a time, our parents couldn't necessarily afford helping pay for it. So the scholarships were able to lighten that load a little bit.
You all know that college tuition can be expensive, and the award really alleviates some of the financial burdens of college tuition for my family and I.
It really helps ease the financial burden of higher education so that after we graduate, we can take a little bit of the focus that would normally be on student loans and keep it focused on what we want to do after graduation.
My scholarship have lightened my financial stress. I am able to spend more time with my kids because I do not have to work so much in order to pay for my tuition.
With this money that I received, I was able to buy all of my textbooks this semester, and that's something that might sound ordinary to someone else, but for me, I don't get that opportunity. I usually either have to pick and choose which textbooks are more important because buying all of them is just not something that I can do.
This has given me the opportunity to continue my journey at Monmouth and further my education with the fantastic faculty and students at the university.
This scholarship to me means the world. It's really just the ultimate justification that all my hard work, my dedication over my time at Monmouth has paid off. It's really just a blessing to be honored in this way, and I hope that the donors continue to do this for some other fortunate students like myself.
It means the world to me to be able to be recognized by you and by Monmouth University for a scholarship, and it's truly helped me with my academic career.
These grants that I'm receiving really allow me to further my education.
2 years ago, my mother broke her hip, so she was out of work for a while, and when she went back to work, she was making much less, and I needed money to go to school.
Your scholarship was like a blessing in disguise. It came at a time when I felt like I was going to have to drop. Even as a master's student, I was very uncertain about where I was going to be, and it just provided me with more motivation to finish what I started and to do what I came to do. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for your generosity.
Thank you for the scholarship.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your scholarship.
Thank you so much for enabling me to come to Monmouth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Thank you to all who made this scholarship possible.
My family and I sincerely thank you for your support. Thank you again so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for everything you've contributed.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
Thank you for believing in me and believing in all of us at Monmouth University.
Hi, this is Jonathan Meir. On behalf of Pat Leahy, Tasha Youngblood Brown, Mehdi, and our other scholarship students, please allow me to thank you for everything you make possible at Monmouth University for our students. These are exceptional times, and obviously we wish we could be delivering these messages to you in person. That said, we do look forward to seeing you back on campus in the coming months. In the meantime, please let us know if there's anything that we can do to support you and your families. Again, On behalf of everyone at Monmouth University, thank you.